Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tara with Fox and Raven Den. So glad you're here joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell if you're enjoying the content. There's so much more to come. Today is day 29 of our Shadow Work Journal Prompt series, and tomorrow is a very special day, so I'm looking forward to that. But first things first, today's prompt is, how are you letting yourself down? How do you feel you're letting yourself down, and how could you be better to yourself? Is it in your health? Maybe your finances, maybe it is a career choice. How do you feel like you're maybe not being as good to yourself as you could be? For me, I'm definitely struggling with my sleep cycle, which is very important. I'm struggling with the way that I eat, which has not been great. I definitely know that I feel better when I'm eating better and when I'm sleeping well, and it's really a choice to do well in those areas, and it's just an area where I've really been struggling lately, and so my health has really, I have really been feeling it in my health. A lot of those other areas I've kind of fine-tuned to where I am doing better. My finances I do struggle with, having a little bit of trauma in that area that helps me stay in a little bit of a chaos cycle with my finances, and I have been working on that as well. Just trying to not be quite so neurotic about money, and maybe a little better about saving. My career choices, that's always something that maybe you need to buckle down and be a little more diligent, or maybe it's time for you to make a career choice. That being said, I think it's really important to realize that when you're doing shadow work and some of these things are coming up, and maybe you're not being as healthy as you could be, or your finances are out of line, or you need to think about changing some of your relationships in your life and maybe letting some people go, or making friends that are in alignment with you that maybe your current friendships are not, or your current partnerships are not. I think it's really important to realize that this work can be extremely overwhelming, and we definitely don't want to think that we can overhaul our entire life all at once. So if you're trying to make good choices for yourself, and you're trying to be better to you as a person, and maybe start a new journey, pick a thing and say, okay, so for the next 30 days, I'm going to do this thing. And I really want you to focus on just that thing for the next 30 days. Do it for the moon cycle like we did here, like our shadow work. So maybe you're going to start at the full moon, and you're going to say, okay, these things are no longer working for me. So the next 30 days, I am going to focus on eating better, eating for my health. And I'm going to give it my all for the next 30 days. And at the new moon, I'm going to set a new intention for the next 30 days. I think it's really important that we don't become overwhelmed with trying to overhaul our entire life at once, because it's just really not practical. It's not healthy, I don't think, mentally for us, and mental health is something that's really not discussed enough. And I think we can tend to overwhelm ourselves and feel like we're failing. And so to set yourself up for success, just try and focus on one thing at a time, and give yourself grace. If you're not getting it completely right, try the 80-20 rule, which is something that I really try to apply to a lot of things in my life. Get it right 80% of the time, and give yourself grace 20. And if that's not enough grace for you, do 70-30, whatever works for you, but really try to give yourself some grace and not be so hard on yourself, because it's a really heavy world right now. And if no one else can give us grace, the least we can do is give it to ourselves. I'm so glad you're here. I'm really proud of each and every one of you for showing up and putting the work in for the last 30 days. If you haven't caught all of those, you're welcome to go back and do it. If you've only done a little bit of the work, there's still a lot of honor in that. I'm really proud of each of you for doing the work that you could do. And just keep in mind that you can come back whenever you're ready and revisit any single one of these videos when you're ready to continue your journey. If you'd like to catch the rest of the series, that will be here. And A video that YouTube thinks you'll like will be here. The next in the series will be here. And I can't wait to catch you tomorrow for our very, very last video of this series and a special, a little something special for the new moon. So I'll catch you tomorrow.